October 29th through the 30th of 2021, Trevor and I went camping on Beaver Lake in Arkansas. We stayed at the Dam Site Lake Campground at Site 32. On day 2, we went to the town of Eureka Springs.
Yeah, I think you go this way, baby.
Sorry, baby.
It's all right. And if you see anything, I think there was some antique stores.
The entire city of Eureka Springs is on the National Register of Historic Places. It has been selected as one of America's distinctive destinations by the National Trust for Historical Preservation. Eureka Springs was originally called the Magic City and later the Stair-Step Town because of its mountainous terrain and winding up and down paths of its streets and walkways.
I said, wow, these streets. Pretty trees.
Eureka Springs is a tourist destination for its unique character as a Victorian resort village. The city has steep, winding streets filled with Victorian-style cottages and manors. The historic commercial downtown of the city has an extensive streetscape of well-preserved Victorian buildings. The buildings are primarily constructed of a local stone, built along streets that curve around the hills and rise and fall with the topography in a 5-mile-long loop.
Oh,
The town.
this church always creeps me out for some reason.
I don't know how anybody would drive by if you were parked there. That's kind of weird. We're seeing a lot more people, so I think we must be getting closer to the. Okay, so we're.
Take a lap for a minute. I just want to see if they have a trolley service. Oh, so you think that way goes right downtown?
I think so.
Well, let's check it out first. I know that one's forever, and so that's what I was thinking. Plus, I wanted to get some of this resin. It's so pretty.
Some buildings in Eureka Springs have street-level entrances on more than one floor and other such oddities. The Basin Park Hotel has its front entrances on the front floor below first, and a ground-level emergency exit in the back of the building on the 5th floor.
Look how there's rocks up there behind the buildings.
Huh?
There's those
Yeah,
bluffs
the
behind
bluffs.
the buildings.
Cool. Just makes you always wonder about water runoff and all that. I guess.
The streets wind around the town with few intersecting and right angles. There are no traffic lights. Native American legends tell of a great healing spring in the Eureka Springs area. People of various indigenous cultures long visited the springs for this sacred purpose. The hills and valleys of the area are ancestral lands of the Osage Nation, and the Delaware and the Shawnee people also lived in the area before Indian removal. The European Americans also believed that the springs had healing powers. After the Europeans arrived, they described the waters of the springs as having magical powers. Dr. Alva Jackson was credited in American history with locating the spring, and in 1856 claimed that the waters of the basin spring had cured his eye ailments. Dr. Jackson established a hospital in a local cave during the Civil War and used the waters from the basin springs to treat his patients. After the war, Jackson marketed the spring waters as Dr. Jackson's eye water.
Look at me, I wonder if the other reason I don't like right down the road.
Do you want a picture of each other?
In 1882, the Eureka Improvement Company was formed to attract a railroad to the city. With the completion of the railroad, Eureka Springs established itself as a vacation resort. In only 2 years, 1,000 of homes and commercial enterprises were constructed. The Crescent Hotel was built in 1886 and the Basin Park Hotel in 1905. These many Victorian buildings have been well preserved, forming a coherent streetscape that has been recognized for its quality. In 1892, the New Orleans Hotel and Spa was built along Springs Street.
Jack Rabbit's Whiskey Bar, baby.
Oh, baby.
Jack Rabbit's Whiskey Bar.
Yeah. The axe throwing.
Yeah.
But I was trying to read that annex sign.
Come on, baby.
What's all that?
Well, either one you would be on. Well, if you went to running.
Trevor and I have been to Eureka Springs multiple times. It's a wonderful Ozark village with historical meaning. This time around, we seem to be more involved with the historical buildings. Trevor and I have loved coming to Eureka Springs. Each visit has been such a wonderful surprise. We've stayed at the Crescent Hotel, the Basin Hotel, and on this particular trip, we took our wonderful royal carriage to stay on the Beaver Lake and come and visit the beautiful town of Eureka Springs.
Somebody's coming, baby. Well, I missed the whole thing. I thought I was videoing and I wasn't. Right, I was afraid they were gonna.
Part 3 is of the historic Crescent Hotel. That's very known to be haunted.